Namaste, Jai Bharat. Tahawwur Rana is in the National Investigating Agency's custody, and Pakistan is scared because which are the names he is going to speak, no one knows. But more than what Pakistan and their ISA connections and their terrorist networks, there should be some politicians in our nation who implicitly or explicitly facilitated this Tahawwur Rana to open some fake immigration offices in Mumbai and had travelled many places of Bharat. There were many people who facilitated his travel all around. There were many people who were associated with him who were politicians. Now there's a discussion in the air that one then central minister for the state, not cabinet, one central minister for the state who was from the south, it seems, had helped him a lot. Whether the minister knew that the intentions of this man or not, we can't speak for. But then, without the help, how can this person open a global recruiting agency? Immigration kind of person. He portrayed himself as the immigration agent who was running an immigration office. How could he open an office? And how could he employ that David, who is actually Gilani, Dawood Gilani, I suppose, so he puts the name David. David is a Jewish name to begin with. Good for you to carry a Jewish name on your head. So when it comes to Islam, it becomes Dawood. So Gilani, Tahawwur Rana seems to be a Pakistani Punjabi, but this Dawood Gilani appears to be Sindhi, I suppose, because the name is that appears to be. And his father is Pakistani. He was supposed to be a diplomat who married a US lady. I'm not very sure about her whereabouts, US lady. And his mother is that. And then it's convenient for him. He's born in US, so he's an automatic citizen by birth, like many people. Then many people used to go to US to when they're pregnant to get the child born there to get citizenship. This is what I hear, I don't know. This Gilani was employed by Tahawwur. How could this be possible? Then Tahawwur traveled at many parts of Bharat, and what the report suggests is that he had videoed, he had taken photographs, and he planned. That's what people call him as mastermind. Planned everything, where to attack, how to attack. Possibly must have obtained all details and must have made this model working of terrorism or of attacking which place, how, etc. Must have done about railway stations, about this thing, about that thing. All videos he had gone around and took, and he must have planned it, programmed it. Must have definitely spent a lot of time working on it. What kind of a mind is spending a lot of time on this kind of things, and what he draws from this, God alone, as I don't know. Terrorism satisfies some people, gives some comfort, gives some emotional comfort for all kinds of reasons. Of course, from Pakistan, the kind of training, the kind of education that are given right from madrasa day one is that hate Bharat, and because they're kafirs. This, when you do it right from childhood, you get this kind of specimens. And then this Gilani supposed to have studied with them in the science school, the army school, military school. Both were students of army military school. And then subsequently Tahawwur, after his medical schooling, had joined the army, and of course medical doctors are given directly captain rank. He was captain. Then they're necessarily trained in the army way, and then subsequently had joined the Pakistani secret services, maybe not officially, but as in outsourcing this kind of gentleman. Now, these names could come out when the question is asked. This is a small report which happened here this evening that this Tahawwur Rana was asking he was given advocates, was asking his advocates that, is it possible for me to keep quiet when questions are asked to me? Because in the US he says he has such permissions. You have a right to remain silent, I suppose. And he was asking, is it possible in Bharat? When you ask questions, I need not to answer. I don't think that we entertain such kind of idiosyncrasy. That if you ask questions to people and if they choose not to answer, what's the point of asking a question? We have to know where he is connected, how he is connected, who are the people supporting him. Without the support from within, it's not possible for a person to open an office and travel around. See, initially, the program must have been to create, make recruitment. There are instances of many people getting recruited into Taliban, into Lashkar-e-Taiba, into many radical Islamic terrorist outfits, and they go to Syria and they die there. There are many cases, people especially from the southern state of Kerala, who had joined the terrorism thinking that that's jihad, and jihad is something very important to them, because through jihad they got shortcuts to go to heaven and enjoy a life after death about which they are very sure. And they think that life after death shall be with the same identity of the identity that you have on earth. And these are contradictions in their understanding, but about which they are not bothered, because they have been brainwashed right from birth of such a kind of existence after death. So there must be many people. And such recruitments take place, many volunteer. Many volunteers will go, and many were killed, and the girls were also picked up, and they were impregnated by a series of people. Many died. Maybe they get killed because of bomb blast or this thing or that thing, whatever, we don't know. But they were volunteer terrorists from the southern part of Kerala, maybe from a particular area, in large number. I don't exactly remember the number, but in large number. So initially this must have been for recruiting such people, and then planned this. When they find there are such facilities available, there are facilitators available, there are politicians supporting them, then why should he fear? He would go on trying to create a program of attack similar to 26/11. That's what they have done. And they had, before that they conducted a series of blasts. All these things are done by this person. And then the people are questioning him. And I suppose he should, after some time at least, he should be able to answer. So, to an extent, see, there are the counterparts of this Rana, I would call them as counterparts of this Rana in Bharat, that created an impression with the Bombay attack that this was done by the Rashtriya Swayamsevak Sangh. But they could not proceed further because this one of them was caught by a policeman who sacrificed his life in the process, who is identified as a Pakistan, and finally Pakistan had to accept it, Ajmal Kasab. And he was given capital punishment, but then he is from Pakistan, and they were all trained by the Pakistan army. This they could not say that it's all done by Hindus, and there is something called as Hindu terrorists. Idiots. Hindu by definition can't be terrorist. Hindu by definition, by default, is supposed to be secular, not in the English kind of concept, but in the Bharatiya concept of kind of concept, that Vasudhaiva Kutumbam, or Egam Satvi Prabhudha Vadanti. So Hindus by default are respecting any other faith, because someone's faith is someone's faith. I have no business to intervene with that, their thoughts, thinking, their process. So these Hindus, they were trying to make them as terrorists, because they attacked This narrative was in the making, got cooked fine, and made it into a wonderful cake, and they were trying to present it, but then this handicap happened. Otherwise, Pakistan, of course, as usual, disowns that we know this people, we don't know. They would never say that we know these people, they are a part of us. They would even not claim the dead bodies at the border. They would run away. And those who die there will be left by the army of Pakistan in the uniform, if at all they are the uniform. Normally they don't come in uniform. So this, of course, catching of Wajib al-Qasam turned the whole table upside down, and the people who are in support of Tahawwur people, Tahawwur-like people, could not go ahead with their synthetic cooked up theory of involvement of Rashtriya Swayamsevak Sangh. See who they are accusing. Such shameless act, self-defeating act. In any case, if you accuse RSS, time will definitely show that you're wrong. Nonetheless, they would say to save their faces for the time being. So such facilities who support Tahawwur Rana in the 26/11 terror attack should be known. Some of them must have died, but then people should know that these were the traitors. In Hindi we say जिस थाली से खाता है उसी में छेद करने वाले लोग. These are the traitors who functioned from within, who are more venomous and more dangerous than the infiltrating terrorists. They are outrightly hating us. They outrightly want destruction of the entire nation. They outrightly want the destruction of the Hindu Dharma entirely. But how about these people who are with you shoulder to shoulder, walk with you, study with you, eat with you, and then kill you from behind, stab you from behind? Yeah, these such people. So this man should be speaking more. We should be getting more things, and Pakistan's idea should be exposed normally, but much more than that, we are interested to expose the traitors from within who facilitated this man. We shall come with some other thoughts again. Namaste. Jai Bharat, Jai Shri Ram.